What is up? As we're back, and we took a vacation day of our own after the vacation that we all had on Monday for Labor Day. But yeah.
Well, I worked. I had
Oh,
to
did
use,
you? Ooh.
Yeah, I worked. I couldn't say no. It was good money, so I said okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I need it. So, but it was. Did you guys have a fun day? Did you guys have fun times?
Mhm.
You guys do anything good?
No,
Anything
not
fun?
really.
No, it was so hot. I didn't want my little one to go be outside, but the other one was running around in the water.
Yeah, I didn't do much. Just
In the water?
Mhm.
You
We
guys
have
have
we have a blow up like thing that like shoots water out and then you can play in.
Listen.
Allegedly.
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 How old were you in '99? Were you legal? I don't think we were legal in '99.
Maybe
Maybe.
more plausible then. No,
How he likes it.
Oh man, right out the chute. There's so much. There's so much that has gone on. Like there was like 3 deaths the last couple of days.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett, the guy from Smash
Oh,
Mouth,
yeah.
and then one other person died. But like, just done. Not yet,
enough.
thank God. Not yet.
Close.
Wait,
listen. It'll be.
When you see me silent and then you see my eyes darting all over the place, that's when I'm like I'm out of it. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
she's
I'm
off
just
in
gonna
all
look up
other
this.
But listen, let me tell you, she is a rock star on Sundays. A rock star. Sundays,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But I mean,
Every
she's listen, don't you worry about what she does. She does a phenomenal job here, okay? She's and she knows one day this will pay off. It's gonna be big time. You wait. You can be part of the network too if you like someday. Anyway,
Speaking
so
of
yeah.
that- Well, speaking of that, we need to figure out what we need to do and move off of YouTube soon enough. Even though it seems they have our most following, but man, keep getting strikes over there. Fuck that.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah, we need
The reason
to.
why the guys wanted me in the first place was
Mhm.
one, they wanted a Jamie type situation. I said, okay, I can be your Jamie. I'll pull up the stuff. All right. And 2, they're like, also, we need you to just kind of like bring us in a little bit.
I think it's a
Okay.
right for people that bad at Kemper.
Yeah, I
But-
just start doing shit like that.
But you know what? But and I say it all the time. Like you are a sniper, and you just come in with something. I'm still laughing at Meatball Sub with Chris Christie. We were watching the debate.
Are they Lady and Tramping it?
Lady and Tramping a sub, and a Meatball Sub. And I was done. I was done because I was even
That dude is like me. He looks like Meatballs, like just shapes.
dude.
Well,
Remember
like,
he
look at it, Lady and the Tramp up in New Jersey, Wawa, Meatball Sub. Like, come on.
and it made me laugh because I didn't think about it. I was like, yeah, meatballs. Got it. You were gonna say hoagie, weren't you?
Yes.
Philadelphia was real. Come out real quick.
It-
Oh my goodness, it's so funny.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Ew, Sub."
Oh man, but yeah. So we had three guys, and listen, like you're not supposed to speak ill of the dead, and all they're showing is the guy from Smash Mouth doing the Hitler sign. I didn't even know he did this.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know if I want to show it because we've already got a strike. But yeah,
What Hitler
So-
sign?
apparently he.
Hey,
The-
now you were an all-star.
Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go. Yes.
Are you sure it's not like he did it like on purpose?
I
Or is
think-
it, like,
I think
some
something
kind of
about
screen grab of him like in the middle of a show being like, "Hey, go like this, hands up in the air," and they stopped it at the right moment, and they're like,
No,
"Oh,
I don't even. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't-
Nazis all over."
The stupid
And no
keyboard.
one talks about. Well, they had a Nazi as a governor.
This
in
just in,
California
it
for a
was the
very long
Smash Mouth.
time.
Was the Smash
And
Mouth
his name
guy
was
a Nazi?
Bruno.
I mean, okay, I just broke my computer. Up there it goes. Yeah. So apparently, So he apparently did because he was drinking. That's what he died of liver disease
Oh,
from drinking. So,
He's like, we're never gonna make another hit like that.
I mean, listen, when you do Accidentally in Love and the soundtrack for Shrek, and what else did he do? The other soundtrack. I mean, you can't, you know, Smash Mouth.
What did we become?
We wanted to be cool.
Yeah.
Hitlert. I put Hitlert.
Is it Uncle Cracker, whatever his name is? Is that who it is?
Mm-mm.
Who is Uncle Cracker?
He was from Everlast.
Oh, they took it down.
Mm.
Oh, well, it's supposed to be X. You can put it anywhere and put anything up on X.
Not anymore. It's back to being some bullshit on there.
You gotta be kidding me.
And
But
we're
anyway,
streaming live on there right now, so go follow us.
the guy from Smash Mouth threatened to kill someone, gave Hitler salute, is retiring. That was October 12, 2021, and now he is passed away.
Oh.
So hey, now you're an all-star. You're dead now. Go play.
Yeah. And
But
the afterlife.
Jimmy Buffett
Yeah.
also passed away.
That one did kind of. I mean, that one does kind of suck and wait for the music community, whatever else. But I didn't really care for his music. Yeah.
I didn't, but yeah. So rest in peace. Anyway, the government shit. How about that? Let's go to there. Let's nice little segue there about how shitty the government is, and yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Has anybody checked on Keith Urban
No.
after what happened to Jimmy Buffett? Because I've had a theory for a long time that they were.
The same person?
They may have been lovers. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I've joked about it for years with my husband, but
were they that close?
Conspiracy theory time.
It is. Well, because I believe they were really close. So I'm just wondering if anybody's checked up on him.
On who again?
He did do a. It looks like he did do a tribute, amazing Jimmy Buffett tribute by Keith Urban at Allentown Fair tonight, Margaritaville, September 3rd.
Yeah.
Like, I think they partnered up with like Margaritaville type stuff.
Did it again? He did it on September 2nd also. Let's see. Yeah, celebrated just last night in Allentown.
And he got away with like the rumors of him being gay because he married Renee Zellweger for like 2 weeks, and then they got their relationship annulled.
Chappelle show is like, Renee Zellweger, who's this?
I mean, listen, we're gonna have to get into that next week then and see, because I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see more and more come out.
I'm sure he's gonna be okay.
He's married to Michelle. What is it, Nicole Kidman or whatever her name is?
No,
that tall
that's
drink of
Keith Urban. He's Australian.
Yeah, he's married to what's her face? Tom Cruise's ex-wife. Is that
That's no, not Keith Urban. No, have I been saying Keith Urban this whole time?
Yeah.
I meant Kenny Chesney. Oh my god.
Oh, Kenny Chesney is. I'm pretty sure he is gay.
I'm so dumb today. I met Kenny Chesney.
I looked. I was like, okay, Keith Urban.
You can see it's a Freudian thing. Like that's how I really feel about Keith Urban. I guess
maybe
he likes the Down Under. I don't know.
the Famunda from Down Under.
Well, let's get back to government tyranny and Liberty Safe not being so safe. America's top gun safe manufacturer, Liberty Safe, gave the FBI an access code to a safe owned by someone who was present at the J6 protest. We officially found the Bud Light of gun safes. Enjoyed going out of business, Liberty Safe. The situation gets even worse. On August 30th, 2023, the FBI raided the owner of the safe, Arkansas man, Nathan Hughes, who is a friend of the Hodge twins. Not only did they access his safe, but the FBI, who allegedly turned off his security cameras and held his girlfriend at gunpoint. In a statement, Liberty Safe confirmed that they gave the FBI Hughes code. Liberty Safe was contacted by the FBI requesting the access code to the safe of the individual for whom they had a warrant to search their property. Liberty Safe is devoted to protecting the personal property and Second Amendment rights of our customers. Yeah, bullshit.
Fine, but they bought the safe, so it's no longer their property. Like that, right?
Mhm.
Guy bought the safe from them, so how is it still like their?
How did they get the code?
Well, here's
Right,
the thing.
like-
I think that they have a code for certain models. Each model might have
Oh,
a
like
fail-safe code
okay.
and override code. But yeah, so if it has that at all, fuck that. I would never get that
Yeah.
safe in the first place.
No, that's some bullshit. That is some
Mhm.
bullshit right there. If a company has a code to get into yours, why would you can't get into
Well, they
nobody?
would- No, they would have to, especially if you do like have like safes and stuff on display, and an idiot decides I'm gonna go in there and lock myself in.
Yeah, but if you have a
Because
safe on
people
display,
do
that.
like,
But if you have a safe
You have
on
a key
display, you
on,
should be
yeah.
able to. Yeah, you should be able. The store should be able to just get you out of there. They should have the
Right.
safe.
because
but-
that could be it, the fail safe thing.
I don't, it
It's bullshit.
just
I would
seems
never buy
yeah.
a safe like that. That's
You
fucked
can't
up.
you can't get into an Apple iPhone. People can't get into Apple iPhones. Like
Well,
Apple
China
can't get
can,
into it.
but-
Well, China can do it. You know, China is China. China is asshole. Remember.
Yeah, fucking
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
confirmed.
But yeah, like you can't get into an iPhone, but you can get into a Liberty safe, and they just come into your house.
I guess here's some of the footage of all of them rolling up.
How?
Like this many.
Wow.
This many.
Wow.
What did this guy supposedly do?
He was there.
He was there as far as we know. That was it. At January 6th.
This is what, ladies and gentlemen, this is what your tax dollars are going to. This.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was there in J6, and look how many cars there are. First of all, can we talk about the emissions, the carbon emissions for all those cars that just jumped in there? But you know, we want to be carbon safe, right? Right? It's a Pontiac.
I'm sorry. As many times as the people say, like, oh, the lower level peoples of the FBI and CIA are good folks.
Bullshit.
I'm starting to think that's bullshit.
Do you mean are you just thinking that they're just following orders?
I hope they go out of business soon.
Yeah.
That's bullshit that they would do that. I don't even care if it was a warrant, a legal
Yeah.
warrant or anything. Like it's still no. Until the man is
You guys-
charged, put in jail, whatever else, then you can get whatever you need after.
Here's
Well,
the
do you
official.
remember- Oh, sorry.
No,
Do you
go ahead.
remember like, the shooting in San Bernardino?
Yeah.
Like years ago.
Yeah.
And one of the stories that came out is that the feds wanted access to the phones, and
Mhm.
Apple said no.
Mm-hmm.
Apple said they
And
couldn't.
it was like, no, they said not that they couldn't. They said no, that they wouldn't.
Oh,
Because it's the people's personal, private information. They didn't say that they couldn't do it. They could. They just didn't.
I don't trust.
Which I
them
guess
now.
I'll give Apple some props for that in a way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, it's still they're saying, well, it's a terrorist attack. Blah blah blah. I'm like, it's a moral question that y'all can think of on your own.
yeah,
but I'm just
it
saying,
still is
compare
an
that to
invasion of
that.
privacy.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't.
So
gonna
here's
shut
the. It's fine. Don't. We like you when you talk. We don't have to talk when you talk. Here's the official statement. On August 30th, 2023, Liberty Safe was contacted by the FBI requesting access code to a safe of an individual whom they had a warrant to search their property. Our company protocol is to provide access codes to law enforcement if a warrant grants them access to a property. Bullshit. After receiving the request, we received proof of the valid warrant, and only then did we provide them with an access code. Liberty Safe has no knowledge of any of the details surrounding the investigation at the time. Then why give them the information?
Right.
Well,
Liberty's-
here's the thing, though. But in the warrant, did it? Here's yeah. You can have a
Like,
warrant.
did the warrant
and
say
to
that they
go
had
into
machine
someone's
guns or
property. Right. It was a warrant
Mhm.
actually for their guns. Like that's
Yeah.
a completely different thing. If they just showed him
Mhm.
a warrant for the property, like what
Wait.
property are you talking about? Like his house, or are you talking about the property inside the safe?
Well, that's the thing. When you have a warrant, you have to have. And listen, I'm no cop or
That's
whatever,
what I'm
but from what you need when you serve a warrant, the warrant has specifics where you have what you can search. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't just
Yeah.
say I have a warrant for the house and just start rummaging through everything. It has to specifically say, bedroom, this and that, closet, this and that. So for them to just be like, oh no, they said they had a warrant and they showed us the warrant, we said, there you go. is bullshit.
Yeah.
Liberty Safe is devoted to protecting the personal property and Second Amendment rights bullshit of our of our customers and has repeatedly denied requests for access codes without a warrant in the past. We do not give out combinations without proper legal documentation being provided by authorities. We regularly update our policies to ensure both compliance with federal law and state law and reasonable consumer policy protections within the law. That's where the bullshit is.
Yep.
That right there, that last and reasonable consumer privacy protection within the law is the bullshit catch-all end-all of everything. So yeah, no,
What does
we
that mean? Reasonable consumer privacy protections.
that's all.
Is
Reasonable.
When someone buys a safe from them,
Mhm.
is it in like do they have like a contract that the people sign or anything like that where it says that if like does it explicitly say like when you buy this, is there like a clause in like the paperwork that they give you
It's
that
probably
says that they can do this?
It's probably in the warranty. It's probably in the warranty that states that all that those booklets that you get that nobody ever reads the whole entire thing because they're just like they just
That's
get
what
rid of
I
it.
Yeah.
just said.
Right, we just said that. Yeah, even Apple told the FBI to get
Yeah.
fucked after that. Yeah. See, and there's the whole thing is like, well, it's probably like you were saying, it's somewhere in the fine print or something like that, and people aren't caring to see exactly what the fuck is in there and shit. But
No.
I mean, but for me, to be honest, I would never buy an electronic code safe. Period.
No.
That's me.
No.
I would only buy a key one or one with a turnstile fucking lock on it. I'm not gonna.
Well, I would do both. You know what I mean? Or one of the thumbprints or the the pressing.
Biometric, yeah.
Yeah, biometric one or something like that. But that's about it. I wouldn't
Hell
do
no,
something where
somebody's got a reason to take your hand now. Fuck that.
like a Bond movie where they just cut your eye out and just
Yeah,
just
you're
rip
gonna
the
put your
skin.
thumbs on ice, man.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's so we are in a dystopian future, and it's beyond me, man. Like, what happened? What happened to privacy?
Well,
What?
that went away back with the NSA and shit, like and all like, but it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. That's the whole thing. It's continuously getting worse. And like I told Jackie before, I mean, we've all kind of gotten there. Like we're talking about all this, and it's like, man, it's like it gets tiring because we can't see any end to it. We know how. Like I would rather an EMP just happen and really fucking
And just take
end
it
all
all.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and just take all the electronics out. Like I'm looking for a truck that doesn't have a computer in it because because it's just we've become so reliant. Like I was
I'll
talking.
be driving a forklift from my job right down the road.
I'm gonna drive a lawnmower, just being every stereotypical that you can see. Just mira, vete para carajo.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I was talking to the was I talking to when I got my haircut today? I forgot what I was gonna say. She made me laugh.
I'm sorry.
My face just
I
went.
have visual.
I did. So one time, I got a story about that. So one time, before I had my job, I was working odds and ends, and some lady paid me to ride a lawnmower 2 miles from her old house to her new house. And at first,
Kind of awesome.
I've never rode a riding lawnmower at that point. And I was about 2021. I'd never ridden a lawnmower, and it was an old style. And so she paid me per hour. Thank God. It took me 3.5 hours to get from her old house to her new house because it was all back roads. It was all back roads. So I was like, okay. And it was just like,
That's funny
and
as fuck.
the first 20 minutes was fun. The next 3 hours and 10 minutes were so fun. And then she went to she's like, oh, you want some beer? I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll take some beer. And at that time, she's like, oh, what kind of beer do you like? I'm like, Miller Lite's fine, Coors,
Only
whatever.
alcohol in it doesn't.
I don't care. And she goes, okay. I get to the house and she's like, I got these these German beers. And I'm like,
Whatever.
Okay. And dude, by the second one, I was hammered. I was like, this is man, I can't drive home.
She's like, now walk home.
I was like, it's but yeah. So, but yeah, I mean,
Probably
we just
could've walked home faster than that fucking car.
Let me tell you, like I said, I never want to be on a ride on one of those old school riding lawnmowers again. The new ones are nice. I
The
drove
new
those
ones are
zero
pretty good.
turns.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Those zero turns.
All right,
You
reel it in, boys.
All right, yes. All right.
It's gonna be like 30 minutes on lawnmowers. I got lawnmowers.
I know. I was about to start going into Cubs cadets and shit. Like, all right, on to important shit again. Here we go.
It's a goal. Like once a show is to get him to do that for me. No.
Wrap it up, boys.
Wrap it up, motherfucker.
So speaking of wrapping it up, our president's a dummy. Did you see him just walk off yesterday?
No, I heard about it.
Yeah.
Bro. It's
bad.
and of course they're just like no, it was planned. So he was giving out the Medal of Honor to this soldier,
Father
Yeah.
time over here.
this guy from World War One, and and another thing is, before this, they had said that he was going to wear a mask because this was after Jill got diagnosed with COVID
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So they said that Joe was going to be wearing a mask indoors at all times. Cue this. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought nobody's wearing a mask. He's not even wearing a mask.
Pulling
So-
bullshit.
He gave the Medal of Honor, the Medal of Honor to the guy.
Everyone's like,
Even- Did you see the camera girl?
She's
Camera-
like,
The camera girl was,
okay.
where's he? Oh, okay. And then watch this lady right here. It's like, did he just leave?
That motherfucker went the wrong way.
This poor guy's just standing
He's
there.
like, that dumb bastard just went the wrong way.
He's
Look
like,
at
I shit myself this morning, and I still have more
He's
common
like this.
sense than he does.
Right? He's like, this guy's the
Ladies and
fucking
gentlemen,
president.
Please
Jesus.
join me for the benediction.
Who's that
Most
guy?
holy God,
Which one?
The
I
guy
just-
that's doing the benediction.
Oh, it sounded like
Maybe he went because he thought he was gonna burst into flames because there was a prayer being said.
I don't know, but
Oh, that was funny.
well, no, he's the most Catholic, most Irish, most British, most Canadian, most Mexican, most German, most everything president.
That was
Scranton
hila-
guy.
that
the
was
most
hilarious,
Scranton, PA guy.
when he was like,
There
man,
it
I grew
is.
up in the black churches and shit, and then he was in that one black church without me. Like, looked so uncomfortable. He's like, I have no idea what's going on.
It's
and then,
really, it's bad.
It is.
and then Grandpa does this.
Hold on.
Lord, buddy.
Did you say hold on?
No.
I said, oh no.
I'm explaining to the press. I've been tested again today. I'm clear across the board. But they keep telling me because this has to be 10 days or something, I got to keep wearing it. But don't tell them I didn't have it on when I walked in.
Oh, shut up, retard. You're on national television.
Like, what the fuck?
He's like, it's all a farce. Don't worry. I'm just gonna wave this in front and be like, we should still wear this.
Oh my god. It's like going up in flame. Like, it's bad when they have a podium with like the two microphones, but they have to give him his own microphone because he like keeps walking all
Walking
over
away
the
from it
place.
and shit. Yeah.
Because of the ice cream truck syndrome he's got.
hmm
Like, it just, how do you tell everybody they got to wear it? You say you're going to wear it, and then you just go, they tell me I got to wear it, but I don't tell them I didn't wear it for right now because I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it's just all.
He's the worst president to be in charge to keep the facade up.
Yeah.
He
He
really
real,
doesn't.
yeah.
He's not. He can't. He's like, listen, I can't go along with the lie. I just forgot about it 5 seconds ago.
Right.
They told me I had to do something. He keeps telling everybody. They tell me I can't talk to you guys, so I gotta go. Like, who keeps telling you
Hey,
can't
who's
talk to
telling
people?
you this?
You're the president of the United States.
You got
Who's
Barack
telling
in
you?
the back, like, Biden, get the fuck off the stage.
Joe.
Getting heavy talking right now.
Joe, I need you to leave, Joe. Joe,
Sooner or
make
later,
it right.
you're gonna find one of those kindergarten ropes that people hold for all the kindergartners to hold on.
He's gonna have a little monkey backpack or a giraffe backpack on, and Joe's gonna be behind him.
Dude, but what's sad though is like it almost seems like Mitch McConnell's a little bit worse off now with his glitching again. Like with him doing that.
Oh yeah.
That's real bad, man. Like it almost seems like he's having some sort of seizures and shit. Like
I wanna play KJ Blinky's statement on him, and then I'm gonna play the Mitch
Yeah.
McConnell because he had an excuse for it too. Like he's just like
yeah, straight in the headlights. Like I don't even know where I'm at. What's going
once again, I'm telling you, these motherfuckers have some skeletons in the closet that they don't want anybody to know about.
on? Oh yeah.
That nobody can know about. Because I swear, if something happens to them and they leave or something like that, there's a kill switch. That's why I think Carter's still alive. I think Carter's still trying to make it so that
Jimmy
way,
Carter.
yeah, so that way everybody's gone and he's just like, yeah, this happened. And then you just see a big screen come up and it just shows everything that happened
I
behind the
wish.
scenes.
I wish.
Bro, and everybody's like, Carter's the worst president in the world. And Carter's like, yeah, watch this. And everything just goes up. But yeah, here's
Send us
Blinky
multiple
McBlinky.
pictures and multiple ages like this.
That would be fucking awesome.
he, shows,
You're trolling of the whole nation.
he shows a clip and then it's him at different points of his life, and then another clip. And but here she is for why Joe walked off.
Oh,
If you
Blinky.
look at what we've been able to do from last summer to this summer, lowering gas prices by $1.20.
Oh, maybe.
That is because of the work that this administration has done.
Oh.
And so
What the
No.
fuck is she talking
That
about?
definitely.
I don't know. That
I
was the
wouldn't
wrong
be
thing.
surprised
That
if
did
that
not
was her
happen.
answer. As well, that also, but I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't her. If that was her answer, like, and everybody who asked just looking around like,
Correct.
what?
It was the wrong one. Wrong clip. Here we go. Round 2.
took off his mask, as I said he would, to deliver incredibly powerful remarks about this captain, Captain Taylor, and what he
I am the
did
captain
in
now.
service to our nation. And he wanted to honor the captain. And for a brief time afterwards, he also didn't have his mask on, as you just laid.
Ma'am, the entire clip, the mask was off. He left, and the mask was still off.
Yeah, didn't you see him doddering out to the fucking audience? Everyone watching, where the fuck were you going? And didn't have it on. Like, man.
He walked out like like he was in WWF and he was a bad guy. Just come in, hit somebody, and just left. Like he was just like, see you.
Laid out, and he left as planned, as it was planned. He left when there was a pause in the program in order to minimize his close contact with attendees who are about to participate in a reception. And as you all reported that, noticed that he left when there was a pause in the program, because again, he wanted to minimize
That poor girl.
certainly
I gotta say though,
his
like that's her
impact on folks.
job. Like, how much Alka-Seltzer and like Tums and shit is she chugging every day? She's like, oh my
And-
god, I got
Oh,
to
and
do this
smashing
again.
bottles of vodka when she gets home.
Oh my word.
Her poor wife is
She's got
just
one
like,
of those. Have you ever seen those bras that like people can have that they can pour liquor into? It's actually a thing. She probably has one of those, and she's like sipping into her dress every 5 seconds. I wouldn't blame her on that one.
it's got to be exhausting, like you said, to do that job. It really does, and I feel bad for them. Like, remember Carney, Obama's press secretary, who was just out there every day lying to people? No, we didn't bomb anybody. No.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys, listen. You guys don't believe the news. Another kid died. You know, it's like, what the? Why lie? Why lie? We know, we can see with our own eyes what is going on. The man was blank. The man left to like, I got ice cream to go get. See you guys later.
Mhm.
You know? But yeah, I
It's
don't.
like that shuffle, and you're like, oh god, it's not the good shuffle. Like
Mhm.
you can't walk properly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Definitely shouldn't be running the fucking country.
I mean,
Shouldn't be running.
Well, he's not
running a
because
TV
apparently
or-
people are running him to run the
Right.
country. Have you
so,
have you ever seen those like kind of like puppet things that are huge and it takes like 15,000 people to make it move?
Yeah, I think
man.
so.
No.
no,
He walks
never.
like that. All right, I had to find it. It's like
Yeah.
totally random.
I think it like they have it like Mardi Gras or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You say you got that Mitch McConnell?
Yeah.
clip?
Yeah, I got the Mitch McConnell clip right here.
Mitch the
Explain.
glitch.
Explaining what happened. I short circuited because my turtle shell, decided that it wasn't going to work. So I tried to
Right.
plug myself in, but it, the fucking Apple and their stupid cords.
Ran out
The
of
president-
fucking batteries. I just don't know.
Those fucking Duracells don't work as good as they say they do.
Right.
Fuck that rabbit.
has, I think, been too slow to keep the commitments that he's made publicly, but at least he's supporting the effort. I think he could have done it more skillfully, but he is supporting the effort, and I intend to continue to support it, and I hope the majority of my colleagues will feel the same way.
I guess he didn't fucking say anything about it. He just
Nothing
said,
about- yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
I don't like those ones. And it just makes me feel it's just sad to
Yeah.
watch.
Well,
Now we're
I
all
mean,
just waiting for him to glitch again.
but I don't understand why they just don't fucking leave. They don't leave.
No.
That power hungry.
I
shit.
had heard
That's why
that
we all
in
keep saying-
Kentucky, I think they have a hold on, let me look it up. Make sure.
Well, that's why we all
Okay.
keep saying term limits and age restriction shit and stuff like that. Because I'm sorry, once they hit like 70 or so, like I don't really think you should be leading anything anymore.
I don't even want you driving a car
Yeah,
at 70.
I don't.
I mean, I think everybody at a certain age should retake their driver's license test and just, it's sad, but to be honest with you, if you think about it, your body's not supposed to last past 40.
Nah.
After you
That's
turn
not
40, yes, your body's
There's
supposed to.
Way.
I saw it in a magazine once.
I saw it in a magazine that I read once. I definitely didn't understand, but I'm going to state this.
I saw it.
Because it was
I saw it.
a Playboy article.
Hustler. I couldn't afford Playboy. Thank you very much. Playboy was too expensive. I saw one of those placemats at a diner.
The guy who wrote it, it said doctor in front of it. Okay, so
Dr. Finny Boom Butts.
Dr. Feelgood does not count.
yeah, written by Dr. Feelgood.
The guy's name was Green Thumb. Dr. Green Thumb. Hello, my name is. Oh man, trying to find. I had something else. Tucker Carlson. No, I don't know. I hate to say it, but see.
Oh, Tucker Carlson. I think you're supposed to have that interview with the guy that said that he gave Obama a blowy and did coke with him.
Yeah, he's supposed to be interviewing him. Yeah, I can't wait. I hope he interviews Putin.
Who?
I wanna see
Tucker?
that. Yeah,
Is he really supposed to?
he wants to.
Yeah.
He said he wants to. We'll see.
I mean, I can't wait for Rogan to have Trump on. I'm hoping it happens sooner than later.
I don't know if it ever will.
You don't think so? Why not?
He's already said he wouldn't have him on.
Mm.
But it would be cool.
Oh
He's
yeah,
gonna-
Tucker released his interview
Somewhat.
with Larry Sinclair 2 hours ago.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I got dropped off. They left. The next day was somewhat interesting because he ends up showing up at my hotel room, which I thought was somewhat weird, but
He wanted some more.
mhm.
So when you say he showed up, he just
He showed up.
Tucker's
I
face.
mean, I had
Yeah.
no warning. I was in the room. There's a knock on the door. I opened the door and he's standing there. and he's standing there with more Coke, and he comes in, and it was just like a quick, rehash or rerun from the night before.
Exact same program.
Exact same program.
Was he smoking again? So Barack Obama smokes crack, and then you perform oral sex on him.
And like I said, the only reason I had come out about it is I had reached out to the campaign even in 2007, only because I saw all these kids getting excited about it.
Okay, wait. So how did that end?
Same way. You get off, you finish smoking, you leave.
Like, thanks, bye?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. What did you think of him?
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was definitely a con. But
what do you mean by that?
Well, in my life at that point, you made it clear I had already been around.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. So when people are doing things because they actually really enjoy it, or they're sincere, or they're looking, for a connection, or they're doing something because they're looking for an in, or they're looking for a hook, or it's a game.
Yeah.
So for me, I felt that it was a game for him. It was like, okay, what am I going to get out of it? Or is there something I can get out of it other than just, the sexual part?
Right.
And lucky for me, I wasn't going back to Chicago anytime soon, so it really didn't matter.
So you were left with a bad taste in your mouth.
Something, yeah.
Did
He should have ended that with like no pun intended.
Right, that's the perfect ending for that that Dr. Dre shit to kick in, the glasses to come down.
Doom, doom, doom,
Oh my God.
doom.
That's hilarious. I can't believe Tucker said it fucking. So you're left with the bad taste mouth. Yeah, literally. Yes.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh,
Tucker's face the entire interview. I love Tucker's like intrigued face. He's just like, oh.
He looks like a dummy. It's funny.
So left you with a bad
He has dumb
taste in
face
your
on.
mouth.
It's funny.
Oh my
I remember
God.
he went in front of like Congress and said that shit, didn't he?
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
He's been talking about it for years and years now.
Yeah, no one wants to give a shit because it's Barack
No.
fucking Obama.
It was in Dinesh D'Souza's Trump card
Oh, okay.
documentary. That guy was in it.
But I mean, you get all these accusations against Trump, which it is what it is. You know it's going to happen. But like they don't do anything for the other side. Like poor Tara Reid has to go to Russia to be heard because they just write her off. You got people, Enrique Tarrio getting 22 years.
Yeah,
22 years.
Yeah. Ex-Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio sentenced to 22 years for January 6th riot roll. He wasn't even there,
He
was
wasn't
he?
even there.
Yeah.
No. He wasn't even there. Like I think it was like the day before he was told he couldn't go because he had
I think he was on
type of gun paraphernalia that he had brought with him, and they said that he couldn't go to January 6th and go to any of the rallies or anything like that. But apparently they said that he got caught up on like someone had sent him a text message or a message about what was going to happen, and he didn't respond. But after what happened on January 6th, he was like, that was cool, bro. And he gets 22 years or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and Joe Biggs got 17 years.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my God. That one breaks my heart.
Like you want to talk about political prisoners?
Yeah.
I know.
They didn't even fucking like, and I guarantee you, I didn't see the articles. I guarantee you, it's all conspiracy. Once again, it's that blanket term, and they go, "Hey, take this or else you're gonna go to trial, and then you're gonna get this for what though?"
Well, they probably put in some like terrorism thing or something too, because they consider the Proud Boys like a domestic terrorist group.
Mm-hmm.
It's.
Oh, and does anybody know how you get into what's the word? Not indoctrinated, but inducted into the Proud Boys?
No.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You have to name 5 cereals as you get punched.
That's funny.
I actually know. Okay. So do you guys know where the Proud Boys started?
Yeah, I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah.
Proud your boy.
Well, Anthony Cumia's network, Gavin McInnes was at Anthony Cumia's network, and there was a kid named Rat, and Rat was this virgin Jewish kid who was 26 years old. He was the producer of the show. So Gavin McInnes started singing "Proud of Your Boy" to him because he was saying that your dad must be so proud of you, you know, being in New York, being 26 years old and a virgin. So that's how it started. And then they decided that they will punch you. And it's not even, you don't even get punched like a real punch. They like do this to you until you name 5 cereals. And by the way, white supremacist Enrique Tarrio, a Cuban, an Afro-Cuban black man. Like,
when they started coming around, and that was like when I lost one of my first Instagram accounts. It was like when they first started coming around, they were calling him racist, and I found out Enrique was like a main runner and other shit like that. I was like, how?
And tiny.
Like,
yeah, he's a little dude.
Huge Samoan. A huge Samoan dude.
Yeah, I mean, and these guys, they go around and they actually protect people. They were going around. There was one of the marches? I think that's where that picture's from. It's from one of the marches in New York where BLM and all them were going around and rioting, and they went to protect people's businesses, and they went to go protect people.
And they protected Gavin McInnes when he had to do different shows and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I think it was in New York. There was a bunch of Proud Boys because I think Gavin McInnes was doing an interview somewhere, and some Proud Boys and Antifa got into a fight, and it was recorded. And then the Antifa guys went to jail. Or no. The Proud Boy guys went to jail, but they didn't put in jail the one Proud Boy who was, I think he was black or Hispanic, because they wanted to make it a white supremacist thing. And the guy, that didn't happen. And it was like they were protecting Gavin McInnes, and he was out there with like a sword. He's like, yeah, go. Like a fake one. It was crazy.
And what you in for? I wore a Gadsden flag back in 2023.
That poor kid, man. That kid's gonna go places. You watch. But yeah, but when you're talking about that, Jack, like the one guy that went to jail for 17 years that was in the fight, they were calling him white supremacist. He had a black wife and black kids.
Yeah.
And everybody was pointing that out, and the news was just like, meh. Like it's just
yeah.
And white supremacist by spreading his white seed in the other. Some stupid shit.
It's the news is just it's garbage. It's garbage, and you got it. People need to just stop watching it. You should watch us, and we'll give you whatever, you know. We'll give you the straight up honest answers of this bullshit. But like, it's just, I mean, the masks, like we've been saying, masks are coming back. We have nothing. We have nothing. I was talking to my friend Doc, and Doc was saying that they were talking about masks coming back, and on top of that, they needed another $200 for the year for administration fees from each parent.
Bullshit.
Yeah. No.
You want to mask my kid again, and then you want to charge me more money because he goes to a private school. You want to charge me more money for administration fees? Administration fees is, once again, it's that blanket statement. It's that blanket statement. They don't have anything to do. They're just like, we'll just make it administration fees. It's just the fees on everything is just getting so ridiculous. Like, if you think about it, what do you get paid? Nothing. You get paid nothing. You get paid a pittance. Everything is just tax related. You get taxed when you get paid. You get taxed when you buy something. You get taxed when you sell something. Like, everything is a tax. And what are they doing with all this money? What are they doing with all our money? Giving it away
to Ukraine.
And then they don't expect people to get pissed off. And people aren't getting pissed off, and that's what's frustrating to especially us. Like, guys, you do not see all this stuff that's going on, and it's like, what do we have? We don't have anything. BRICS is about to take over our dollar.
Oh man.
A loaf of bread's going to be 400 million pesos, American pesos. It's going to be, it's ridiculous.
Soon enough, coming to a nation near you.
So I was talking to Scott before this. Like, I think it's really important for people to actually go out and like watch socialist training videos or like their talks and stuff. I talk about Dr. Karlin Poroshenko all the time. People don't like her. I don't give a shit. I like her and I like what she's doing. So I really do think that it's a good resource because what she does on her channel is like she goes and finds these lectures from like these different socialist groups and like just live streams them, and you watch them and you can hear, like what their language is, like what they really mean and want and stuff. Because most of them are Antifa, and and it's all like connected in some way, shape, or form. But what's funny is that the actual socialists and stuff hate the Democrat Party. So
yeah, they do, because they don't think they're extreme enough.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They hate the family. They want to get rid of the family and the family structure.
Disney, gay, everything. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you're right. They want to get rid of the family structure and they want to get rid of,
the binary, gender binary.
We'll take care of your kids. Your kids belong to the community. Your kids aren't yours.
Yeah.
How about no? How about my kids are my kids?
I
it's
was telling
just
Scott earlier that they part of it though too is about surrogacy. Instead of people having their own kids, they want like everyone to have a surrogate to have children.
Right.
well, like we've talked about before, those pods. They want to put you in the pod, man. Those 15-minute CDs are coming. What?
It was a great segue to the embryo that I sent to you guys on Discord. I sent you.
I didn't see anything come up
links for today.
Oh, we got links?
Yes, I put them in Discord like I always do.
There we go.
I just saw. By the way, I downloaded Demonology on. I know we're going off, but Demonology Biz on Steam.
Demonology.
Oh, it's $15.
Check it out.
Yes.
Speaking of demonology, without eggs, sperm, or womb, synthetic mouse embryo models created solely for stem cells outside the uterus. That sounds like demonology to me. The method opens new vistas for studying how stem cell self-organize into organs and may in the future help produce transplantable tissues. And I mean, people like just scientifically be like, oh, that could be great for like health wise, what it would like helping people and shit like that. Nah, fuck that. This is fucking with shit that he shouldn't be fucking with.
Yeah. We need to stop playing God. We really do. It's not going to end well. It's really not, man.
The embryo is the best organ making machine and the best 3D bioprinter. We try to emulate what it does. Fuck that. He explains that scientists already know how to restore mature cells to stemness. Pioneers of the cellular reprogramming had won a Nobel Prize in 2012, but going in the opposite direction, that is, causing stem cells to differentiate into specialized body cells, not to mention from entire organs, has proved much more problematic. So there's already problems going on until now, and most. Yes, I don't like that shit. That's just like I'm a big I love science and all that type of shit. But when we start getting into doing stuff like that, no,
we're contributing to our own demise.
Yeah,
this is
that playing God shit.
This is The Island. You remember the movie The Island with Scarlett Johansson? That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or
this is what they.
Well, like that movie, The Island of Dr. Like the movie Island of Dr. Moreau too.
Yeah,
where he like made half people half animals and shit, and chimeras.
Chimeras.
But you know, as long as we have that going on, I mean, and then, the best school in the world scored a 0 for free speech. A fucking goose egg, my friend. A fucking goose egg. Like, there hasn't been free speech really. Like, if you want to watch a great movie, PCU is probably one of the greatest movies to watch ever. PCU is amazing. We're not going to protest.
Has hair.
We're not going to protest. We're going to agree not to protest. It's so good. He's like, "Hey, you want to sign? We brought our own." She just pulls out a thing with a dry erase marker. It's such a good movie, but it's so true. Like, everybody is just protesting and just upset about something. Harvard University is officially 2020-2023's worst school for free speech. The Foundation for Individual Rights and Expressions, FIRE, sounds that checks, released its annual college free speech rankings on Wednesday, which dubbed the state of free speech at the Ivy League school abysmal.
Abysmal.
Can you be abysmal and a 0? I think 0 is worse than abysmal.
Oh no, because it was worse than a 0. I know. It's true. It was a -10.
God damn. They actually have a gulag
score was generous considering Harvard's actual score was a -10.69 according to its calculations.
because they have an actual gulag there.
Somebody put a gas chamber downstairs in the basement. Hello. Anyway. Oh, this guy.
Oh, if you go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep, there is the top 5 and then the bottom 5.
Here we go. This is surprising. Harvard University, University of Pennsylvania, University of South Carolina. The name is the Gamecocks.
Because they're cocks.
Fitting.
Now I want to go there and just be like, "What's up, Gamecocks?" Walking around calling everybody.
What up, cock? Georgetown University and Fordham. I mean, Georgetown, of course, it's in DC. UPenn is in Pennsylvania. I mean, where's Fordham? Fordham is in.
I don't even know.
I believe these are all East Coast schools.
Probably.
These are all East Coast. Yeah. Michigan Tech, Auburn University. They don't. Alabama don't care. University of New Hampshire. That's surprising. Oregon. That's surprising. Also in Florida
too. Yeah.
And Florida State. Florida don't care. Listen, can I tell you? Watching TikTok videos, I understand the terminology Florida man and Florida woman. Because they're just a different breed. Mm-hmm. You can now, like, if you look at somebody, you can go, they're from Florida.
Florida's an interesting place.
It really is. It's like crackheads that don't do crack, some of them. They just got that crackhead energy. You're like,
yeah, they're stayed on crack. It's just always on crack.
It's like their parents did bath salts and then had kids. It's just wild.
Yeah, it's because all the fucking New Yorkers come down and then they drive us fucking crazy for 6 months out of the year. What are we supposed to do? Fucking grandmas and all that other shit. It's insane. You'd have to drive. All right, as a person as a person who lived in Florida for like 12 years of my life, like, from middle school throughout college, snowbirds suck.
Yeah, they suck.
It's actually what's really funny. So the way that is, so Florida, if usually the East Coast of Florida, if like people are like, oh, they're moving to Florida, it's usually all the people up from like New York, New Jersey and stuff. They always go to the East Coast of Florida. Mm-hmm. And the West Coast is a completely different beast. West Coast is like more laid back and like chilled and everything like that. That's why there's an internal turf war between the West Coast and the East Coast of Florida. Mm-hmm.
They got a California, New York thing going.
I was on the west side, and I actually know what it is to see a sunset over the water. It's in the ocean. It's beautiful.
That's got to be cool. Now I want to go to Florida and see that.
If this meme isn't true, communism according to college students, free bread, gulag, fun camp, blah. Communism according to history, fucking rifle right at the guy at the back of the dude's head. Like, anytime you see any of these
justify the means.
anytime you see these new young kids always talking about communism, like, do you not know what happened when that shit was like?
No,
If they didn't do it right, you don't understand. It wasn't done right. If it's
that's the
done
problem.
right,
But this is the problem with schools. They don't teach the correct history. Like, I mean, some do, but like, and it's not always the teacher's fault. It's the curriculum and the school. And I don't completely what?
you know how I told you guys I'm in research mode right now?
Yeah.
That's part of it in my county.
What?
I'm working with a group and looking at history, the students' history and stuff. I'm on second grade social studies right now, and it's pretty interesting.
So let us know what. So what's going on with that then?
Let's see. Basically, for second graders, they are learning about what it means to be an American. What is the cultural identity of America? You know, they will want to look and see different trends that are popular in the United States and how our culture is borrowed from many different cultures around the world. Equitable and culturally responsive instruction, being mindful of stereotypes. Not all students practice or follow the same traditions and customs.
At second grade?
Mm-hmm.
At second grade.
Yep. Their focus is to identify various beliefs in diverse cultures that have shaped America and its identity. How the belief systems in various indigenous, religious, and racial groups have influenced or contributed to the culture in America.
Man, that is like way too much for a second grade right now.
What's second grade? 9, 8?
I think, yeah.
7.
7.
7, 8.
7.
Yeah.
7. You want to tell a 7-year-old?
Yeah, that's what my daughter is right now. My daughter is second grade, 7 to 8. Yeah.
You want to
January? She ain't learning all this shit. I know that.
I mean, I don't even know what you should be teaching.
What is this?
I don't know what you should be teaching, but this in depth,
this ain't
like, no. I mean, I think social studies in like 5th grade, I think we were learning multicultural like foods or something like that.
For me, it should still just be I get really rocking at adding, subtracting, get ready for multiplication soon. That's
I just don't like kids' brains can't wrap their head around all of this.
Well, that's why they're trying to teach them all this shit that nothing good. They're not teaching them anything good to think about. That's a problem with our school system for years. It's teaching you what to think and not how to think.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading even in the it wasn't even second grade. It was in a different grade too. I think it was in like the high school grade. But it wasn't really teaching. Yeah, I'm not gonna go any further because I need to look more into it. Anyway.
But I mean, listen, I get it. You have some shitty parents out there, and you really do. You know, there's some parents out there that'll teach their kid some hateful shit. But like,
yeah,
to go into depth about like, I mean, listen, you could teach kids that there's multiculturals, multicultures, you know, that there's different people have different backgrounds and it's okay to be different. That's fine. I mean, but to like go into depth about these things, it's like, it
was like how the kids individually need to like identify like their hair color, their eye color, the texture of their hair and length. Yeah.
This bitch needs to identify herself right out of the door. Kamala Harris says she may have to take over and is ready to do so. This is from New York Post 9 hours ago. Yeah, right. Fuck that.
Ooh,
look, I want actually, you know what? I want him impeached. I want her to take over so she can just fucking get booed like a motherfucker everywhere she goes. Everyone's like, "Hey, bitch, get the fuck out of here!" You know she's gonna get. You know she'll get lit up. But yeah,
dude, she's not a likable person. And once again, don't forget she called the president a racist.
Well, yeah, she did that, but she's just not good at her job at all in any sort of politics in any way, shape, or form. You think that bitch is going to be able to go talk to any foreign leader at all, like, and have any sort of a good conversation, good standing with them? Fuck no, that ain't happening.
Has she done it so far in the 2 years that
shit?
I don't like. I know Mike Pence, we hardly heard, like, Joe and Barack were out there fucking tag team and everything every day,
Yeah.
you know, and like
Tag team.
but like with like, even like I said, Pence and Trump, Pence never liked Trump. Pence was just was doing the job. He was just like, yeah, I'm here, guys. You know, listen, don't worry about it. We'll get back to normal, guys. Listen, we'll get back to normal when he's gone. We'll get back to normal. And then everything blew up, and he was like, "This is just fucking ridiculous. What am I gonna do now, guys?" And then it's like, you know, I did the right thing on January 6th, and everybody's like, "Go fuck yourself. You're a traitor. You're a piece of shit. You're a robot. Go fuck yourself, Mike. You're stupid." Like, and nobody likes him. I mean, the debates should have showed everybody how unlikable all of those fucking pieces of shit are.
I never liked him at all. Like, even whenever he got in, and I don't understand how anybody liked him. He's just he's a bored of a person.
They all are. They all are. And I mean,
Trump has personality. He's funny. He's an asshole.
Vivek has got personality. I mean, even DeSantis has got a. I mean, I'm still on the fence with DeSantis.
Weird.
I really am.
I don't like him at all anymore. He's weird. He's very just kind of wishy-washy. He's not a leader.
Well, like you said, ever since like when when they were gonna take Trump out of Florida, and he was just like, well, you know, I gotta let them do what they gotta. No, fuck you.
He should have been like, fuck you.
Yeah, no. You think anybody else from, you know, the other side? You think if Florida was like, hey, we're coming to take Bill de Blasio out of New York and you guys got to let him. You think New York would have been like, yeah, sure. No, go fuck yourself. You ain't taking Bill de Blasio out of here. I don't care. But Ron is just like, well, you know, I got to let the process go. No, shut up. Shut up. You're the governor. You don't have to let any other. It's in the Constitution. You know, we're separate states. Once again, let's do a little history lesson, folks.
Yeah.
Every state is separate. They have their own constitution.
This is called federalism.
Yeah. Let's do a little history lesson here, kids. Every state has their own constitution. Every state has their own Senate and Congress. Every state has their own little president. He's called the governor. And if the governor says, go fuck yourself, it's go fuck yourself.
Well, it's like if the ATF
Basically,
and other federal agents want to come into your state, your marshal has the power to say, go fuck yourself.
And your sheriff.
Yeah, sheriff.
And your sheriff.
Yeah.
Your sheriff has the ability to tell. The sheriff has the ability to tell, because he's an elected official.
Mm-hmm.
He has power over even in your local municipality. The sheriff
it all depends. Does your sheriff have balls or not?
Yeah,
that mainly is what it depends on.
Yeah, but they're all.
Sheriff should be like the Polk County sheriff in Florida.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Here's
That dude's awesome.
This guy, and you're like,
that guy's awesome.
All up. Oh my god, he's the best.
He's amazing. But yeah, like they don't have to let them do anything. Everybody has to. I was amazed to learn that like everybody has their own. Every state has their own Senate. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They have their own, and they have, you know, everybody has their own constitution in every state. And if you don't like it, you can change it. If you don't like the people in there, you can change it. Once again, here we go again. Local. Stop thinking national. Stop thinking we have to vote for the president every single time, and that's going to make a change. It's not.
Right.
As much as
I forget which state. I think it's New Hampshire or something like that. They're trying to do that. A bunch of libertarians. I think it's like the Free State Project or something like that. We're at what? Oh, I thought you were saying something else. No, I think it's called like the Free State Project or something. Yeah, but they're trying to get into make it as constitutionally ran as possible there.
Which so it should.
That should happen in every state. But yeah.
Once again, I really don't think that we need more than 10, the first 10 amendments, because I think it lays out the plan entirely there. Everything after that is just, it just makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense to me. Because, I mean, even the 19th Amendment doesn't say the women have the right to vote. It just says that you're not allowed to discriminate voting per race, sex, credo, whatever it is. I mean, it just, you don't need it, because there's nothing in the first 10 amendments that states that you have to be a certain kind of way to vote.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Too many. The problem is that too many we're making too many laws.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
So what I'm starting to try to call them is subversions instead of laws. There's too many subversions to the
Yeah.
Constitution.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
remember what it was like the biggest thing when Trump was in office? Like Democrats were like, "Oh, here's Trump getting rid of all these regulations," and he's like, "If you're gonna make a new one, you have to get rid of 5." I think that's what
Mhm.
that's what he said he wanted to do. Like that was his EO. Like
Mhm.
But
if you're gonna
and
make something new, you got to get rid of other ones. And everyone's
Which
like,
is-
"Oh my god!"
and then they were talking about getting rid of the Constitution for a year and a half when he was in office, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, let's do away with some of the Constitution." And they're like, "He wants to get rid of the Constitution." Like you were debating about it last year, and now all of a sudden he says something about it, and you're like, "She wants to get rid of the Constitution." See?
Well, no, he was
It's
saying
kind of
that there's
bullshit.
some.
It's a game. They don't really mean anything that they're saying. Like
Right.
that's all it
Well-
is. They want control over you, your life. They want to make sure you're in your pod, you eat the bugs, and like they
Well, he
have their
didn't even-
serfs to rub their
The thing-
feet and feed them grapes.
Well, the thing that he said, like with that too, it's like he didn't say do away with that. He said that this instance like this can call for some sort of a suspension of the Constitution.
Right.
And if you don't think
Fucking
think there's going to be a
Lincoln did that shit. So I mean, but and what I've also heard, man, it's like crazy whenever you start hearing about old shit in the past. Like Lincoln was also known for, I guess, like locking up his political opponents and shit after a while too. And
was he
So,
really?
yeah,
I always like was it Andrew Jackson and the Cheese Party. That's always my favorite story.
the cheese party.
Oh yeah, didn't we go? We didn't. Oh,
Yeah. Or
The
like the
stupid-
story about how Teddy Roosevelt got shot, and then he went and did his speech anyway. And he's like,
Mhm.
"Look at here, I just got shot," and there's like blood everywhere.
He's like, I'm fucking crazy. Look at
"Yeah,
all
My-
right.
locking up. What was it? He was locking up his what?
Political opponents.
His fucking keyboard.
Who
doesn't
knows how
work.
easily you'll find it?
you know what? I actually watched this weekend for the first time ever. You're gonna think it's crazy because I should have watched it earlier. I watched JFK for the first time.
I had never
The whole
seen it.
thing. Ooh, it's good.
Is it?
It's the Oliver Stone one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I'm pretty sure I bought it on DVD, but I heard that the black and white is the made up version or the actual. It goes between black and white and color. And
That's
one
not
no, it's not that movie. Huh. Oh, I'm fucking
That
right.
is what are you talking about Shawshank?
No.
Shawshank Redemption. Andy Dufresne.
Well, I guess
Hi.
the version I
Hi,
watched it was
Andy.
just all in color.
Yeah, because I heard that they
Like
did
Kevin
something with
Costner and Sissy.
Sissy Spacek.
Yeah.
My computer just said go fuck yourself.
I
So
don't know. Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing though. It's just like in the JFK movie, they have the guy what now I can't remember his name. Oh man. Not prepared. Let's see. Let me IMDb this shit. All right, Kevin Costner, what was your Jim Garrison? Yeah. Real person, real trial. He was the only person to bring somebody to trial for having a part in the JFK assassination.
Mm-hmm.
He brought up this guy. It wasn't Tommy Lee Jones, but Tommy Lee Jones played him. The fuck his name? It was like
fuck his name? Really?
What the fuck is his name? Oh my god. Clay Shaw. He brought this guy Clay Shaw up on charges of like conspiracy or whatever with the government, like saying that he worked with the government and he was a CIA asset or whatever. But it wasn't found out until after the guy died that the CIA said, "Oh yeah, well actually he was a CIA asset." After the trial, even though
Right.
like he went to trial, he was found not guilty.
Of course,
Clay
they'll wait
Shaw.
till after.
Yeah. And then it comes out in like the 70s or something that he was actually, you know, a CIA asset.
So like, you know, he was, yeah, he actually
but,
was.
no, but you're not taught this at school. When you're taught about like
Right.
the JFK assassination, you're not taught, oh yeah, and by the way, there was people who thought like the Warren Commission was a bunch of bullshit, and this is what happened. You're
Mhm.
told that the Warren Commission was like the end all be all, like it was set in stone. No one was pissed off about it, when that's not true, because a lot of people are pissed off about it. You
Mhm.
know, and that's how you get the CIA actually using the term conspiracy theorist against people. Even though the term
Yep.
was used before, it was the first time it's actually used in a way to make someone sound like they were stupid or crazy or whatever. And I
Right.
actually have I'll pull it up some other time. I do have it though, like the actual document that was unsealed that says, hey, when you're talking to people, and if you're talking to your assets in the media or celebrities or whatever, you know, have them make these people who are going against the Warren Commission, call them like crazy conspiracy theorists, and
Yeah.
that and it gave them like that they're only out there doing that for their own profit, is going against it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I found it, and yeah. So, what if I was told you that the line in the U.S. Constitution that can be used to imprison political opponents for no legitimate reason at all, with no specific charges filed against them?
Mhm.
Sounds familiar. The writ of habeas corpus in the United States dates back to the very beginning of our nation. The idea is inherited from English common law, and it guarantees citizens the right to be held in jail only if there are specific legitimate charges filed against you in court. So Article 1(9) of the United States Constitution states the following: the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended unless when in cases of rebellion or invasion, the public safety may require it. So
I thought
now,
habeas corpus meant that you had to like provide the body. Like, what is that?
Murder?
Anybody know?
Mhm. Right.
murder. I don't know. I know. But yeah, apparently, he was putting people in jail. John Merriman sat in a cell in Fort McHenry in Baltimore, closely guarded by Union troops. He hadn't been charged with a crime. He was being imprisoned through the suspension of habeas corpus on orders of the President Lincoln, and Lincoln had a reason for this.
Mhm.
So he was putting people in jail. It wasn't just politicians and police officials. Also locked up in McHenry were at least a dozen newspaper owners and editors, including Frank Key Howard, the grandson of Francis Scott Key, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Wow. About the very fort where his grandson would be imprisoned. Holy shit. I did not know that.
Smells like tyranny to me. Seems like Lincoln wasn't the best dude.
No. Frank Key Howard wrote about his ordeal, being held without a charge in at least 2 publications, were then arrested just for publishing it. Wow.
That's probably why the Jan 6 people are able to be held without charge for as long as they have been.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Thaddeus Stevens introduced a bill to admit the president and anyone carrying out the act of suspension, the writ of habeas corpus during that time. It passed with little opposition, and all more than 2,000 political prisoners were held at Fort McHenry without trial or even being charged. Holy shit.
Yeah, I just found out about this like a month ago, I think, something like that.
Wow.
I either heard about it on Drinking Bros or somewhere else. Somebody was talking about it.
I will throw this copy.
Throw in the Discord.
Yeah, paste. I'll put it in here just in case anybody wants to see it in there. But yeah, that's insane. That is like, and it's going on today. It really is going on still today.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it under the Constitution tab, which paste.
Right on.
And no, how do I enter?
And I think on that note, we're about through all the subjects we're going to talk about for tonight.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else? It's a quick one today. You know?
Back into it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's, kids are going back to school. You
Yep.
know? I mean, yeah. I mean, we're about to get into the, we already got Halloween stuff out. I went to Walgreens today and they got like all this Halloween stuff. I mean, they don't even give it some time.
Nope.
We're the first weeks of September. I'm going to call it now. October, the second week of October, Christmas stuff. You watch.
You think?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think.
Second week of October, Christmas stuff. They're gonna start the Halloween stuff will start coming down. They'll slow.
One day. All prices right.
Over under. I'm gonna go October 12th. You're October 13th. Okay, sounds good.
Speaking of, rest in peace. What's it, Bob Barker?
Yeah, that was the third one.
Yeah.
That was the third one.
Third time he's died. So he went out like a true gamer at 99. Didn't hit 100.
It didn't go over.
I know.
Ba-dum, the price is wrong, bitch. And on that, you can catch me at MW Troublemaker on Twitter. All the links are in there. Troublemaker Davey on TikTok, and all this stuff is on my Twitter. So, or X, whatever it wants to be called this week.
And I can be found on X at Suburban Mama 1, Suburban Mama 1. That's the number 1. That's it.
That just sounded wrong. You can find me on X.
I know.
Triple X.
X videos.
Suburban MILF. No,
the number 1.
MILF.com.
Because I'll be your number 1.
Yeah, there we go.
Biz.
Scott_Craiglow on Instagram, Business Party Podcast on Instagram, Biz Party Podcast on Twitter, and beyond that, we will see you next Tuesday. And if you can, put any comments in any of these episodes if we see them, shit that we should talk about later on next episodes, anything like that. And remember, we're always live. Let people know. Get in the comments. Let's have some fucking shit talking going on. Let's discuss things. If you want us to look stuff up while we're on here, let us know. And beyond that, fuck the moon. We're going to Uranus.
Going to Uranus.
Woo! Love y'all. Have a good night.
See you next week.